Hi. Over the next few minutes, I will walk you through the AMS onboarding process for a new command or agency. The deployment process is broken down into 6 separate phases: planning and strategy, build out, verify, validate, and demo, pre-deployment, deployment, and post-deployment. Each deployment phase is important because it contains steps necessary for successful onboarding. Our deployment team will help guide you along every step of the process. We use a checklist to identify requirements necessary to build your organization into the AMS system. We create a schedule for all the tasks and assign them to appropriate personnel. We have found it to be successful to ensure each step is completed and approved by your team before moving to the next step. We have broken down the deployment phases further by creating swim lanes that indicate responsibility for various tasks. These are business process, application configuration, and culture and training. Once an organization has decided to adopt AMS, then the deployment team will hold a kickoff meeting with your team selected to support the deployment. Planning and strategy consist of translating your organization's structure into specific organizational levels using consistent naming conventions, identifying specific documents and file formats, reviewing various selections in AMS, and establishing business rules. We will work with your team to provide templates, examples, and recommended best practices to assist in drafting your own communications plan, your own business rules, and other documents necessary for the AMS deployment across your organization. We will need to understand your organizational structure for both requirement owners and contracts so that we can document it in the format the system will understand. Depending on the size of the organization, this may be a fairly easy task and completed rather quickly. For larger commands or agencies, it may take time working through the various parts of the organization to capture this information and be able to provide that to our software developers. The build-out phase is where we will work with the AMS software developers to create your organization in the system. While a large benefit of AMS is its standardization, we will perform limited customizations to ensure AMS captures data you need for your requirements. In the demonstration phase, we will conduct demonstrations of the AMS capabilities to your organizational leadership. Pre-deployment consists of drafting training schedules, and for larger organizations, selecting the order in which those locations or parts of the organization will be trained. It also encapsulates verification and validation testing of your organizational structure as represented in the tool. We will also identify your tool administrators or super users. We'll conduct leadership training and pre-deployment testing to ensure organizational structures, file formats, and etc. are accurate. Deployment is where we start training and supporting your users as they begin to employ the AMS tools. We make sure we mold our training to your organization's business process. Post-deployment phase, we continue to stand beside your users and teams to ensure they're able to exercise the system, provide make-up training sessions if needed, and continue office hours and reports and visualizations training. Over the course of deploying to organizations, large and small, we have discovered these critical elements for a successful AMS deployment. Early leadership involvement cannot be overstressed and is key to successfully deploying AMS. Without senior leadership advocacy, deployments may stall and take much longer than necessary. It is important to repeat the usefulness of AMS reports and visualizations throughout the deployment and post-deployment phases. Getting leadership at all levels familiar with the visualizations not only contributes to successful deployment, but improved procurement outcomes. Establishing policies and business rules early creates expectations throughout the command or agency. Our team will assist in drafting those business rules and policies, training down through the organization by focusing on requirement owners and contracts. Working together has proven to be very beneficial. We will partner with your command or agency every step of the deployment process and beyond. Successful deployments are a team effort. Working together will ensure the AMS tools represent your organization's procurement business processes, and your users have the foundational knowledge required to be successful. Thank you.